Hello, happy Sunday, guys, and thank you again for joining me and Brittany for another live of own show, Ready to Love and Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I'm Synquette, and I'm also a life coach, but I like to consider myself a reset coach. Okay, so I help women get back their swag after a setback. Help hold them accountable for whatever goals, dreams, and desires they want to have going forward. So that's what I do. And I want to also introduce Brittany so she can let you guys know what she does as well and where you can find her.
I'm a life coach as well. You can find me at my YouTube channel is Blessed Be. And then if you go to my YouTube channel, in my description, you're going to see all my Facebook, my Instagram. You want to book a coaching session, all of the links will be in the description on my YouTube channel.
Yay, yay, yay. So again, thank you guys for joining us. And we're going to jump right in. We're going to first talk about Ready to Love. So Brittany, on this, I like the A to F kind of rating. So on a scale of A to F, what would you rate this episode of Ready to Love?
And when we say A, you mean like A being good, right?
A being like, oh my gosh, I love this episode. F needs
Um, I think probably like a B.
Okay.
I really liked it.
Okay. I will give this episode, let's see, it was neither here nor there for me, but I'm just glad we cleaning out the closet. And we'll talk
I
about
like to. I feel like we've been all waiting for stuff to happen in this episode, and it's finally happened.
Right. Now we can get down to the nitty gritty. So
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and start. We first seen how they came. It picked off from last week, the eliminations. So we seen Camille and Cornelius, and then the other scene was Zendaya and Naeem. And yes. So what do you think about the elimination process? Was it good that what do you think about that scene?
With the elimination, I'm so surprised because I thought maybe Camille was just crying just to cry, but okay, did she really have to let Cornelius go? And at first, the first few seconds, I'm thinking, okay, is she gonna leave too? So when she said she wanted to leave too, I felt like part of me felt relieved and happy, but the other part was like, okay, there goes the show when they left. But I appreciate her making that stance with him. She left with him. I don't think he probably would have did the same. But something that stuck out to me when he said in his green screen, his voiceover, he said he regretted not getting other connections. So I noticed that. So although, it was time for you to go, Camille came with you, he still had that regret of not meeting other connections, which leads me to believe that she's not it for him. I feel like she's just a stepping stone, and that's not his final destination for him to say that.
I agree because on the opposite end, she was all in. No one else was there for her. She didn't want to stay. She did not want to go collect $200 and pass go. She was just done. She didn't care about nobody else. So, you know how they say, like your grandmama and them always tell you, make sure the guy likes you a little bit more than you like him. So I kind of feel like, dang, Camille, like wait till she hear that. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be World War III for Cornelius, but it's okay. People picked up too. They felt like Cornelius was probably like, dang, like I just thought I was going to get away from you, but dang, now you follow me home too. So, okay, I'm glad we talked about that because I do have Camille self-eliminates. Okay, so next scene. The next scene was Shiloh and Phil in their little one-on-one kitchen date where they were asking questions. I don't know if you had anything from that scene or not, but I kind of did.
For me, Shiloh and Phil, I just put shame on Phil, like Shiloh picked you, and then you was just like backpedaling. Like he didn't have nothing to say. He just pretty much kissed her. And I'm happy that she noticed that he didn't choose me. I just chose him. And I think it's kind of backwards. I prefer that the men choose the woman. But at this point, I mean, the women are like, at this episode, the women just have to just lay all their cards on the table. And it just sucked to see that Phil just did not choose her when I thought their connection was so strong. It just I found it kind of funny though, but it was kind of sucky.
I noticed that too. And did you notice I think like somebody else picked it out, and then I went back and watched it. He was like, yeah, he asked a lot of questions. It's kind of annoying, and then she was like, oh, I'm like, dang, yeah, he did kind of call her annoying. Like, I guess he's just kind of like done with her, kind of like he's
You
just.
told her that?
Yeah, it was real quick. And remember, like she was like, oh, and then he was like, that's just you though. That's just you though, kind of.
Oh wow.
So yeah, and then like you said, that's when the kiss had happened. So I think he's just over it now that Sydney is on his radar. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to talk more about it when we go to Muming's scene, but now that you brought it up with Shiloh, I do think that, like you said, the men should be choosing. Like the women are making themselves like, all right, I'm here, and it kind of gives away like the chase. And I feel like in order to win at this game, you should kind of like remain a little skeptical. Don't let the man know that he got you. Like it's better just to walk away. Like, dang, my connection is not here with none of these guys than to like, I don't know, than just to be so available. Because guess what? They got their options. They're playing it smart. You know, most of them are like two women that they, you know, but everybody else, most of the women are just putting all their eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
And I don't like, that always upsets me. All right. Anything else from that scene you got in your notes?
No, nothing from that one. But I was just like, Phil, he's something else, though. He's something else.
Yeah, my grandma called him a jive turkey. We was watching it all together.
I believe that. I can see that with him.
She's like, he's so slick. You don't think he's slick? I'm like, Mama, I'm just trying to watch it right now. Let me just watch it, and then because you know I was Team Phil from day one, so yeah. I guess he slid underneath my radar too. But okay. Next scene was, what do you have?
I think it's Moomin and Frank.
Okay, yeah, when he's at the National Mall thing. That's so nice. Oh my gosh, I was there. But
Frank was my favorite guy this episode. Frank was so romantic. I loved it. Like, I don't know, for me, I feel like Frank needs to choose Moomin, even though I feel like he's too sexual for her, just for TV's sake. Because I feel like Phil but we'll get to that point.
Okay.
But I feel like Frank was so romantic, and I feel like Frank was so honest, unlike Phil. You know, like when Moomin laid her cards out and she said, hey, I choose you. And Frank was like, well, honestly, you know, I have to be honest with you. I have not made my decision yet. It's between you and such and such. And I like how Frank was honest with her. And it seemed like Phil being such this lover boy, this whole season, you would think that his characteristics would be better than what they are, because he was not honest with Shiloh. But I really, really liked that scene. I think that probably was one of my favorite scenes of the night.
Oh, that is true. He was very transparent. And that's what I think Walter was trying to tell Moon last week too. Like, I don't be asking you what you be doing with other women. So, you know, I just wish she had more options, or she just don't I don't know, because that's the thing too. I read that sometimes when you're only dating one person, that one person looks more attractive than what they really are.
That's true.
If you had like two people, you know what I mean? So that'd be my only thing with women, and you know, I've been guilty of it too. I remember I was liking this guy, I didn't know why I liked him. You know, I was telling my one friend, I'm like, he did this, he did that, and then my friend was like, wait, well, what do you like about him, Synquette? And I was like, I don't know. I just like the idea of like him, you know what I mean? Or talking to somebody or having a man kind of thing, but not really knowing why I liked him. So that's what I would want to know. Like, do you really like Frank? And what is it about him do you really like? You know, give me some tangible stuff, not your feelings. I don't want to hear how it makes you feel. I want to know, like, why do you like this man? What does he bring to your table? You know, and then you'll be able to find the truth. Because sometimes I think women especially like the idea of love, like,
period.
But you're gonna need a little bit more. So, all right. Next scene. Let me see.
I got it in my phone. I hate that I gotta keep going back. My phone keep blocking. Okay, but the next one is Dante and Zadia, I believe. Dante.
Okay. Yeah, Zadia's fingers. I put Zadia's fingers. Okay. So Dante's there minding his own business, eating his
Yes.
risotto. And then comes Zadia, all upset.
Yeah.
Sounded like a hater to me. You hear what I'm dead
Yeah.
saying about Aisha?
Yeah.
Who's
Oh
the
yeah.
hater now? Who's the
Yeah.
hater?
It was too much.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I feel like she just expected too much of him. Like I have here, she put that he didn't protect her feelings. And for me, it's like, even though a man tells you he's gonna protect your feelings, you still have to go by the actions and you gotta let his actions speak. And it was shame on Zadia for believing the stuff that he told her. Like he has 3 kids and 3 baby mamas. So if he didn't protect his kids' feelings or his baby mama's feelings to have them under one household to do right, then what makes you think he's gonna protect your feelings? I mean, let's go by his track record. Let's just go by that. And I just hate that she was like, but you didn't protect my feelings. And so I feel like that was just like, girl. And it's just like she loses control when she gets mad. Like you guys are on a dating process, it's a competition, and she really lost her cool. Like all this time she's been boring to me. But that night, it's like either she's boring or she's just overly dramatic. And it was just disrespectful. And it just sucks that she really liked him and that women, it's like she down talked Aisha when you should never down talk the next woman because he likes her. You get what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
then you gotta think these women with Zadia don't have no kids to my knowledge. Why are you so committed? And for me, if I didn't have no kids, I would not be dating a man that had 3 kids and 3 baby mamas. It's just a no go for me. And it's like you let this man put this voodoo on you like he don't put voodoo on his baby mamas. And it's just like, girl, you need to calm down and let the other girl have him because Aisha, whatever her name, let her have him. She got kids, he got kids. They belong more so together. Um, and then it's like I feel like she must have forgot that she was on TV, which shows that's how she really is.
What was that last part?
I feel like she just forgot she was on
Yeah.
TV. Like it's just like so you are the mean girl that everybody pretty much says that you are.
So, so many things with that scene. All right. So, what you saying, like Dante's voodoo? Do you think
Yeah.
that it was maybe Dante's something else? Like maybe some stuff happened behind the scenes that got her in her feelings like this, perhaps?
I mean, it's possible. I don't know if it was an encounter that way, but I do believe that when you pillow talking to you over the phone, I feel like he definitely was telling her certain stuff to get her all riled up for her to feel that way. But my thing is, as a woman, this what I feel is more memorable. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been in relationships, I've dated people, but I feel like at the end of the day, the respect will always be there. Like they would, like I feel like those guys would have a certain level of respect for me
Mm-hmm.
because it depends how you walk out of a person's life matters. You get what I'm saying? And I feel like Zadia left a nasty taste. She will always be that nasty, mean, rude girl. But had she would have just had a conversation with him, told him, hey, I respect it. I wish you nothing but happiness and peace. Moved on peacefully. That man probably would never forget her. But now you didn't leave nothing. You left something memorable, but it's kind of like a stain that you can never get out of shirt. So I
Yeah.
feel like, ladies, that matters. How you leave a person's life matters. Okay, please be a lady at all times.
That's good because then you get remembered as like they're crazy, my crazy ex, the one that
Exactly.
like broke the windows on my car. Oh, that
Exactly.
one, that's the one that called you. That's the one
Yeah.
you seen at the grocery store, the one that did X. Yeah, you'll
Yeah.
get labeled as that, and you don't want to be labeled as that.
Never.
And and I like what somebody said because I tweeted it. Okay, y'all He Too movements need to step up right now because had that been a man that did that, it
Oh
would have been
yeah.
World War III. So I don't appreciate her touch him either. I felt like she
Yeah.
should have got eliminated off of that. Tommy could have came back in the men's lounge.
That's true.
Fellas, we had to eliminate Zadia. She
That's
got
true.
into space. We reviewed the cameras.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if it was a woman that was in Dante's place, like we
Mhm.
would not be having that. And I don't
Yeah.
appreciate it. I don't care if she is a woman. Keep
Yeah.
your distance. Do not touch nobody. Your life
Fact.
was not in danger.
Yeah.
And you were in like an intimidating position because you're over
Yeah.
top of him. He's
That's
sitting
true.
down.
Yeah.
That just really made me mad. Okay.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
I know they got a Me Too movement. Guys, look, y'all need to stand up for yourself too. Okay. And I just it's called He Too movement. You
Yes.
guys gotta like step up, all right? For sexual harassment, Cornelius, you need to report Camille because she doing too much too. Like it's not
That,
right. if a man was treating Camille the way Cornelius is, I mean, you know what? If a man was coming on strong like that, we would not like it. So look, we need to stand up for men too. Okay, I don't like that.
That's true.
So that was my thing with Zadia. I didn't like how she got in his space. Oh, and that's what I wanted to ask you, because that was a debate. Do you think Zadia was more mad that she lost to Aisha? Is that like maybe more so where her anger is coming from? Like, let's say it was anybody else he was talking to. Do you think she probably would have had a different reaction? And maybe the reaction she came off really strong was because she lost to Aisha. Or you think she's just crazy regardless?
Absolutely.
Say crazy.
Absolutely. Absolutely, yes. She did not want to lose to her rival. And I think that escalated. I definitely do. Hence why she down talked Aisha. She called the girl names like we in high school. And I think that definitely put the cherry on top of the cake for her.
Because it was Aisha. Gotcha. Because you know what? And that was in my notes too. I was going to get your opinion. Out of all the men that's still on the show, and maybe the ones that just left as well, are any of these men marriage or husband material to you?
I feel wouldn't be husband material because of I take him as kind of being very immature. Especially that whole switching sticky move he did. Not now, no. I mean, Cornelius probably would have been the one that was closest to being husband material to me. If I had to put somebody second, maybe if I had to choose somebody, I probably would have choose. I mean, I don't know, because Naeem X seemed like she kind of felt some type of way about him. I probably would choose Frank. If I had to choose somebody, I probably would choose Frank as being closer to husband material. Even though I don't like the whole bartender thing, he out on the scene, but I feel like he has those qualities that you can't really buy from the store.
Okay. I like that. I asked because I feel like a lot of times, like, they're arguing and fighting over men that aren't really marriage material. You know, kind of like you just said, is Adia not having any kids, but she's fighting over this guy that has kids. Not to say they can't work, but it kind of maybe shows the dating landscape of how it may not be that many. I'm not gonna say eligible, but it's not the pickings are kind of slim. To the fact that she like holding on to this one guy like he's the only fish in the sea. Because I would just kind of take my L and move on. Because I don't really feel that way about anybody on the show. Like, dang, he'll be such a nice guy. Like, you know, that's how
what if you had to choose like I did? Because I just had to think. Because I don't feel like none of them. But if you had to choose, which one? If you had to, you have to.
Right, like you said, that's why I was like, let me ask Brittany. She's been married before, so maybe she sees something that I don't, because I really feel like none of them are marriage material.
Me
so
too.
There's no need to cry a river. Just let them go. And maybe they need like maybe a relationship expert or something on there to maybe like coach or help them along the way. Because again, why do you like this guy? Why? You know, ask yourself that. But if I had to pick, dang, you know, I liked Phil.
Don't forget Walter, dude, because I kind of forgot Walter. I think Walter probably should have.
It's something about Walter. I'm not really. He's smooth, very put together, but it's something missing there. I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it. Who else on this show?
Naeem, Frank, Walter.
Yeah, none of them.
Nope, you got to pick. No, because I had to pick. You got to. Because I wanted to say none. You have to pick.
No, you could have said none. I would have. I'm like,
well, see, I wanted to play the game right.
Like, yeah, you see, yeah, I knew I wasn't tripping and nobody was husband material.
No, you're not.
If I had to pick, and I'm trying to consider who got eliminated too.
Well, I would say Cornelius then. If we're going to go by who got eliminated, I would probably say Cornelius then.
I guess him.
Yeah, if I had to choose, you know.
I guess him. Yeah, because what's his face was a little jokester. Corey, he was a jokester. And I wrote that in my notes too. I need people to be more compatible next year. Producers, can y'all find people that are compatible? Like you said, it'd be one person that want kids, another person that don't want kids, but that's kind of all they had to choose from, a mismatch kind of.
Yeah.
It's just like, stop doing this. Ugh, it's annoying. All right, so the next date was Sabrina
Sabrina
and
and
Walters.
Walter. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Now I've been liking Sabrina and Walter's chemistry all this time. I feel like they're a match. I just, as far as physically, the aesthetics, they look good together. They just look
Mhm.
amazing. But for me, what caught me off guard was when Walter, Sabrina was saying, I guess after the trip or whatever, she didn't get no calls from him. And he was just saying how he was giving her time and all of that. And I kind of didn't like that because I feel like if a man really likes me, I mean, I'm not gonna be able to not technically breathe, but you
Mhm.
want to check in on me when you want to make sure I'm okay. You don't want to go no days without talking to me. So I feel like although it might look good for television and they may choose each other in the end, I don't think it's gonna last because I don't see why a man would not call or text at all. And for me, if I was Sabrina, I'll probably have to walk away because I wouldn't like that.
Mhm.
I think that's pretty much what I got about. That's what I got from there, even though their chemistry was good and all of that. But I feel like Walter kind of being sneaky now.
I agree. He was probably messing with somebody else in them days where you
Yeah,
didn't hear from him.
yeah.
So yeah, I hope she walks away as what. Ooh, this season is a disappointment. Like, no shade to the people, but that's why I just feel like maybe the producer, whoever did the casting,
Hmm.
maybe they were having like a bad day or something. I don't know because it's just very off. I don't see no matches. Like you said, those two may go off to the end because of the show's sake, but other than that, I'm just not happy. Not
Yeah.
happy at all. So next was Sydney and Phil. What you think about their date?
My thing is, Sydney, why are you asking about the next woman, Sydney? Like, Sydney, this is a dating competition, Sydney. Sydney, you're not supposed to show the man that you're insecure, Sydney. Sydney, when you're on your date, you were about Frank and Sydney. Don't,
Mhm.
if I was the other woman, I'll tell her, don't have my name in your mouth. Because for me, if I'm on a date with a man, I would not have the next woman name in my mouth because it's about me and that's what it is. So I didn't like how she bringing up the next woman. Then he felt inclined to bring up the next man, but they do have the conversations. I do feel a chemistry. Um, I did put that Phil is playing actions with no words. I guess I don't really know why I put that, but then I also got that Sydney kiss everybody in the mouth. Like it's just like, dang girl, like you don't kiss Frank in the mouth. Now you don't kiss Phil in the mouth. I feel like that should be something sacred. Like what's make a person feel like they special when they get your lips. And I feel like she's just, I don't know, I just see her as a party girl. I don't feel like she's ready for marriage. I don't feel like she's ready for love either. I feel like she's ready for a good time. And I feel like her and Phil belong together at this point because I can't take him serious either.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree with everything you said. And I feel like that's what a lot of people been saying online too. They feel like Sydney isn't ready for love, you know?
Yeah.
So I think you're spot on with that. But I like her personality. She's very upbeat,
Yep.
colorful, fun kind of.
Mhm.
I like her when she comes on the screen kind of thing. So she makes the
Yeah.
show, interesting to me.
Yeah.
So, but as far as love, I gotta remember what the assignment is. We're here for love. As far as love, yeah, I guess I really don't see it for her either. But yeah, them two, maybe they will like right off to the sunset.
Yeah. Yeah. And she'll do good getting some hosting gigs from this because it seemed like that's kind of like what she's here for. And she do got that personality. So the girl will get plenty of hosting bookings, so she got that in the bag, baby.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So next, I believe is the men's lounge, and they
The liberation, baby.
yes, they are deliberating. Um, Naeem was upsetting me. Like,
Hmm.
why did you accept that was a red flag when
Exactly.
Dante was telling his situation? Like, I
Exactly.
understand it didn't happen to you, but you wouldn't like that. If
Right.
if if Camille did that to you, or
Right.
any other woman did something like that to
Yeah.
you, you would like call it out. So I know that's your girl, you like her, but I just didn't like how he didn't want to like accept responsibility. I mean, not he didn't have to accept responsibility, but just acknowledge the red flag. Yeah, so
Exactly. Exactly. He to me, he act like a little like a female in that instant. You know, like when you're trying to tell a woman a man is this way, and she
mm-hmm,
just think it could not be her. And
mm-hmm,
it's like I'm telling you what it is, and you act like okay, find out for yourself. Be stupid, find out for yourself. And I feel like
exactly.
that's how he was. It's like he didn't want to hear it. You know, he had a rebuttal for everything. Then I also noted that Dante wasn't saying nothing. Like here they go talking about Aisha and Zadia and everything, and he ain't say nothing. He didn't defend Aisha at all. He was just sitting there. And for me, I'm just like, that could not be my man. If I was Aisha, I don't know how I feel about that. Because
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he wasn't saying nothing. He was just listening when they was talking about all the women and how they getting cahoots and the argument between the girls and all of that. And he just didn't have nothing to say, baby. And I feel like that was so disappointing in Dante. But for me, I feel like if I had to pick somebody that was the least husband material, it would definitely be him. Especially after seeing that scene.
Do you think the way it sounded to me is he might have had, you know, already, yeah.
Oh,
He probably like, I don't need to take care, I don't need to defend. I bet you if he didn't, he would have defended her. But
now, see, for me, I don't feel like he probably have because at that point, if he already, whatever, then he wouldn't put Zadia to the side because then, he'll want to save that for the next entree. You know what I'm saying? Like if I already got the appetizer, if I want the entree next, so I was definitely would get cut to the curb. Definitely with the way she acted, she would have definitely been served on a platter, ready. So
mhm,
that's why I don't believe that him and Aisha. I didn't.
I don't know. That little rub down looked kind of intimate. I don't know. But yeah, or maybe he feel like he getting close to it at least. I don't know.
Yeah.
But okay, anything else from the deliberation?
No, not really. I mean, the bar was nice. Ooh, that was a nice. Like, ooh,
It
that was
was nice. And okay, so then we see Mamoon, Moomin
perfect.
and Walter, and then Zadia and who did who went on the date with Zadia? Phil.
Mhm.
And Zadia still was not taking accountability. Like she
No,
was even real snappy with Phil.
yeah,
Like, whoa, my
yeah,
gosh,
yeah.
sis, chill out. But that was interesting. And someone on Twitter had me laughing because remember she was like, I put out my best outfit.
Yeah.
That was your best outfit. It's like, yeah, that outfit kind of was not it to me.
Um, I don't know. For me, I just noted that when I saw her say she put out her best outfit. For me, I'm not putting in my notes. It don't matter how good you look. Like your insides is like toe up. Like it don't matter about none of that. And I feel like maybe that's what she thought. She thought her looks was just gonna
Your
get her through the
body.
door. And
Mhm.
it did get her through the door for quite some time, but it's still that attitude always seeps out. When you pretending, the real you always comes out. But I'm happy that she left. I feel like Moomin and Walter did, they needed that talk that they had. But I just feel like Moomin just come off as so hurt. And I feel like maybe Walter was her second choice, and Frank is. I mean, I feel like Walter must be Moomin's first choice and Frank must be her second choice. Because she seemed really hurt, kind of, snapping at Walter, and I felt like that wasn't cool. But the conversation needed to happen.
I agree. But I felt like Zadia said she put out her best, excuse me, her best outfit because she felt like she knew this may be her last time.
Oh
That
yeah,
was the vibe that I was getting.
oh
Not
yeah,
because she was about to shut it down.
right.
No, she knew better. No, I'm playing. But I felt like she knew that like the inevitable was going to happen. Like
Yeah,
Dante probably told the guys what was going to happen. She was going to be on the chopping block, especially because she never had no connection with Phil before. So she probably
yeah,
knew. Oh, okay, I'm probably about to get eliminated. So let me wear something that's going to be
yeah.
showstopper. But you didn't understand the assignment because that was. And I'm glad you brought up the thing with movement too, because she was coming off very aggressively. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And to the point that it probably was her first choice, Walter probably was her first choice, but to the fact that she even thought that Sabrina was poisoning him by
Right.
like, no, sis, those are Walter's feelings. He just probably don't like. He's just not that into you.
Right.
So it has nothing to do with that other lady. It had nothing to do with Sabrina. It just Walter didn't like you like that. But it's okay. Walter, we done determined Walter is a husband material anyway. And I
Period.
feel like she needs somebody maybe a little younger. You know?
That's true. That too.
Like aesthetically, remember how we said Sabrina and Walter look good together?
Yeah.
Aesthetically, I really couldn't
Yeah.
see Walter with Mumin. It
Right.
almost be like that was her dad or something. I don't know. That's just
That's true.
me. So fast forward, we see Zadia go home, bye-bye.
Yeah.
And we were happy. Wasn't it interesting? I tweeted, I was like, dang, the Brown Girl Club is just crumbling before us. All three of them was
Yeah.
like, first Camille leaving,
Yeah.
the other two was in the bottom,
Yeah.
So I thought she was almost about to leave too, movement, but she got saved. So what do you think about Naeem and Tommy's conversation afterwards?
I don't really remember too much from the conversation. I just remember the ultimate decision for him to leave, which I think was right. That he just manned up because I like how he still left with his integrity. He didn't feel like, and I feel like Naeem was really there for love. I really do, but I can't say that he's husband material because of the energy his ex gave. So I'm just like, but I feel like he made a good decision. I still don't think, and I love how Tommy told him, if I'm looking at it and I was you, it comes off as second straight.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so happy that he told him that. So I feel like instead of him running to Zadia, I feel like he's gonna take his L and keep it moving and go find somebody that actually chooses him first. But I feel like now since he left, then I feel like it's only right that the next elimination, I don't know, it probably should be the women, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I think it should be anyway.
It's back in the women's court.
Yeah.
And I want to say that my prediction was right. I said it was going to
Mhm.
be a double elimination, but it
Yeah.
didn't happen in the way that I thought it was going to happen. Like
But it happened.
it did happen, but I
Yeah.
was surprised. But all right, so Twitter. So this tweet says Zadia, who's coming off haterish now? Her. Let me see here. So Camille self-eliminated for Cornelius, but he said his biggest regret was not making any other connections.
Exactly.
This reunion about to be messy. I wish we could just skip to the reunion, actually. Cornelius low-key mad as Camille self-eliminated herself. He thought he was leaving alone. She about to get on every nerve he has. Knocked out two birds with one stone. Zadia has a bad attitude, and that's just that. And Aisha got her so pressed. Child. Cornelius on the inside when Camille self-eliminated with him. Dude refuses to realize that 3 kids and 3 baby moms is a big MF and red flag. I think Zadia tried to present herself as better than Aisha, and then she ended up acting in the same behavior. She was so above. The irony. That is true. Camille leaving the competition for Cornelius. I know he was like, Dante looking like Zadia, you are going home next. Oh, you crazy? Yep. Cornelius thought he was free. Not Cornelius saying he wished he made other connections. So a lot of people said that. Oh my gosh. Camille, the lady said you're not ready to love. Cornelius, happy. That's why I'm self-eliminating. Cornelius.
Oh Lord Jesus.
She put her hands on him and then says, calls Aisha dumb. Yeah, not right.
Yeah, this was a good episode. It was good.
Camille probably got Cornelius out here held up like misery.
All right.
Zadia is just effing combative. She big mad. Ooh, gosh, dude. Zadia put her hand on someone. That should be an automatic goodbye. I agree. I think they were trying to say Zadia. Zadia showed up to every date with attitude, then wonders why she wasn't picked. True that. Now, if he would have did it back, it would have been a problem, right? He's not a child. Have some respect, Zadia. You know
Exactly.
what? That's true. That is true. What if he did it back?
And I wouldn't have been mad at all.
Mm-hmm. Tit for tat, right?
Yeah.
Cornelius felt like a free man for approximately 30 seconds. Dante, while she was talking to him, he
No, that's
was real
true.
cool. He was
That's
sipping his
true.
tea. You got to give it to Dante. He handled that extremely well. Cornelia's face when Camille said she was self-eliminating with him. Mm-mm. Mm.
Oh, man.
Cornelia's face when Camille self-eliminated with him.
These people are crazy.
It's Dante's unbotheredness for me.
That's true. That kind of hurt my feelings, though, to be honest.
Because she got in his personal space, right?
No, I think he was unbothered before then. I mean, that kind of hurt me though, because I can only imagine the stuff he tells her, and then he just pretty much just threw it at the wayside.
Oh, it hurt you to see his response. Oh, I thought you meant
Yeah,
her seeing her act that way. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha. Yeah, and then the fact that's on TV, I get it. She probably would have been able to take. It's one thing that's true. It's one thing to take an L in private, but a
yeah,
whole different when you gotta take it like in public and your friends
yeah.
watching, your mom and the auntie, and your mom that said don't go on the show, and then your boyfriend saying, yeah. So I could understand that would probably be hurtful because who knows what she could have said. I'm gonna find my man when I go on this show.
Yeah.
So who knows, but still, like you said, the way you end things matters. That's a whole blog. We should talk about.
Yeah.
I write something about that.
She could have never came back. She should have just walked off and never turned back around.
Yeah, it'll hurt now, but don't embarrass yourself even further.
Period.
No. Now Cornelius finally thinking he's free, only for Camille to self-eliminate.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, girl, girl. So everything was about Cornelius, Camille self-eliminating, Dante's unbotheredness,
Oh yeah.
and Zadia's physical abuse. That was that episode in a nutshell. No, they ain't talking about nothing else. I really didn't see anything else. All right, so let's talk about our next fave show, Love and Marriage Huntsville. So I have notes on this episode as well.
I handwritten my notes on this episode.
Oh, good. All right. And this one was kind of easy because Twitter kind of helped me like craft out the flow of how everything went. So I kind of pulled out the most talked about topics. So, how would you rate this last reunion episode, reunion 3? A being, oh my gosh, it gave me everything. F being, no, thank you.
I don't know. Maybe I guess maybe we'll go out with a bang. I'll be nice. I'll probably say a B. I'll probably say a B.
Yeah, I'll give it an A minus because I like this whole reunion. All 3 parts were really good to me.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, so let's get into it. The first thing I had was put some respect on Tisha marriage. Okay.
Yeah.
Are people putting respect on her marriage? Are they owed respect for being 15 years in the game?
Absolutely.
And people want to come at them.
Absolutely. I feel
Okay.
like yes, they marriage do deserve some respect. I feel like Tisha did right for saying that. Because at the end of the day, I mean, people always have rumors and all that, but ain't nobody proved nothing yet. Melanie said that he was sleeping with her hairstylist or whatever, and they went live with her. So my thing is, let's say he was sleeping with the stylist. This man is untouchable. And like I always say, whatever you do, do it good, baby. Because guess what? I mean, that's all I can say. Like, even in my past relationships, like I tell them, baby, you ever cheat on me, baby, you better do it good. I better not find out. So I mean, like, it is what it is. They need to just let a dead dog lie. Like, you ain't got no receipts, just leave it alone. To me, because if I was Tisha, baby, I'm gonna sleep good either. I'm gonna sleep good either way, baby. If you got the receipts, bring them, and if you're not, baby, you ain't. I'm still gonna be happy over here. So I mean, that's facts. That's facts.
I think people feel that they can come at her about her marriage, not only because of the rumors, but also the way that they interact. Like I don't know. It probably, I understand, being married for a long time, you probably do get in the flow. You probably don't get butterflies when your spouse walk in anymore. But it's just the energy. Like, you almost be like, do he like her? Like, we just don't see it or feel it, So I don't think no one, not to say we're supposed to put anybody as couple goals, but you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you kind of feel like it, the people like each other, kind of. And I just feel like we don't get that from their relationship too much. I feel like it's more maybe business partners or something. But then again, like I said, 15 years, maybe the romance kind of dies or something. I don't know. So I think that's probably where it comes in from. You know what I mean? Like, we see how like sometimes he make her feel small. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It just don't seem like a happy marriage. I mean, they probably do got their happy. I don't know.
Now
But
they got all them. They got them kids now. I don't know. Like I said, I think when they went to Vegas, I thought maybe it was that too. But then when that scene when he like licked his tongue and she was like, "Stop." And the way that Marceau is, I feel like a lot of men don't really like public affection like that. But in the bedroom, baby, yeah, let's get it popping. So I mean, and then the scene when they closed out, he was like, "We could never have boring sex, like never." So I feel like something's keeping him there. Something's keeping him where if he is cheating, he ain't sloppy with it. So, and I feel like Tisha would be the type of woman that would allow, her man to just not, be with her sexually and then, be okay with that. I just don't take her as being that type of woman, no way. So I feel like it definitely goes down. But I don't know why he acts that way on TV, but I feel like it definitely goes down though.
But yeah, see, I feel like that is not, men will have sex with a prostitute. Like, to me, that doesn't really, I don't know, because they're having sex together, that means they're having a healthy relationship. I'm not buying that. When, like you said, in Vegas, you couldn't even do the vow renewal. That little things like that, you know what I mean? Just show her some. I don't know. And like you said, the sticking out tongue. So again, something sexual, something physical.
Yeah.
But can we see him like maybe rub her feet sometime? Here go some flowers, baby. I was just at the store thinking of, like, I don't know. I just something other than sex, because eventually that probably gets old as
But my
well.
thing is that truly her love language? I feel like from just outside looking in, I feel like he's giving her love language. Tisha likes to buy things and spend money, because if he wasn't fulfilling her love language in a certain way, I feel like she would really be gone. I really do. I feel like, yes, she wants that little small stuff, but the small stuff obviously not that important to her because she's still there.
I don't believe she would be gone. She don't give me that bossed up chick energy. The only way they'll separate is if he leave her. I don't see her leaving at all, no matter what kind of. Like, I
Really?
really don't. Tisha? No.
I know. I feel like, I don't know. For me, I feel like I can kind of understand to a certain extent that's a marriage. It's for better or for worse. I don't feel like I said, even if you're unhappy, if he ain't beating on you or cheating on you, we stand. Whether it's for the kids or whatever, I feel like a person should not leave a marriage unless they get beaten on or cheated on. And I'm gonna always feel that way. And yes, she probably cries at night and she want him to be this, and this, but you chose that man. That is your husband. That's your covenant.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't going nowhere. So I think that's how it should be.
You know what? Yeah, she don't look like she's been a battered woman or anything like that.
Right.
And like you said, cheating, it hasn't really come. Oh, but let's talk about that cheating thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Someone said it perfectly. It's not just Melody that probably don't want coleslaw on the show. It's the other guys too, because the way that side chick keep talking, it seems like she got tea on all of them. So Marcel and them probably won't let her come on the show either. You know what I mean? Because they don't want their dirty line. Like they said, they was in Atlanta together. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. He may be hiding it better, but who knows? Marcel will probably stop her from coming on the show too. Because then they got Miss Wanda involved. You know what I mean? Now Miss
Yeah.
Wanda clapping back. Oh, but
Yeah.
wasn't Coleslaw such a beautiful woman when it was happening to Melody? Wasn't you saying that she's a beautiful
Exactly.
woman? But now that it's your daughter, now you got smoked. So that's why you can't do that. To be always comes around. Karma
That's
be.
true.
I don't want to say karma, but like just pray for people. Kind of don't think that you above reproach. Because I
That's
think they
true.
said what's his face got a vasectomy or something like that. So
More so?
that's what I heard. Because I be in them comments too. Like,
Well, yeah, they said on the they talked about that in season one or two.
okay, so there ain't gonna be no
Yeah,
babies.
he went to the doctor, and I don't think he talked to Tisha about it. I don't know whether he had already got it or he went to the doctor to get it. But yeah, he was gonna get a vasectomy.
So
He,
yeah,
he
no baby's gonna come out, but that don't mean that he ain't doing stuff,
Yeah, but I don't know. Like I've been seeing the lives. I've been seeing Marcel's live responding to Coleslaw because I will always call her that. And I've seen Miss Wanda's response to Coleslaw. And I mean I like Miss Wanda's reply. Bring it out. You say you got some receipts. Don't threaten my daughter. Come with the receipts. You know what I'm saying? Everybody said they got something or more so, but you ain't got if you ain't got no proof on this man, leave him alone. And if he that good, then name and let the man be good. Then like these people are happy. Tisha, yeah, she go through her moments with her husband, but overall she seems happy. So if you ain't got no proof, let the girl be happy. Like this is
That's
just
true.
it's starting to
People,
get old.
yeah, stop trying to dangle the carrot in front of our face. Like
Exactly.
say it or don't threaten nobody or don't threaten it or whatever.
Right.
All right. So next. Okay. All right. I don't know what you have next, but I was going to talk about Mel shutting out her friends.
Mm.
What you got next?
No, I kind of went in order from my nose, but yeah, I got the same thing. I feel like Melody is and Destiny are not kind of like real friends, but I also feel like Melody is bothered because I'm a Scorpio just like Melody. And for me, we can hold people to a certain standard because we feel like our standards are so high and this certain stuff we would never do to a person. And I feel like when Destiny probably did that at the white party for Melody, she just shut her out and that was a no-go. I really feel like Melody was lying when she was like, it's nothing, it's something. Because you don't go from talking to a person every other day and then just shut down. Melody feels some type of way about something. But I just hate that she's not honest enough to tell her what she feels some type of way about. But that's definitely a Scorpio move. And I know that Destiny did something that rubbed Melody the wrong way. We would shut you out and we would not look back.
I agree. It's something there because even the fact that she let it slip out that her kids don't really check for Destiny like
Yeah.
that. Even if that's your real girlfriend, you may not tell
Right.
her what your kids feel about. You know what I mean? I'll just keep
Yeah.
that to myself. But she wanted that to be known for a reason. And people in the comments were saying like Melody don't really have no real friends there. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, Destiny is also friends with Martell. So maybe she just feel like she didn't need to talk to nobody that's associated with him in no shape, form, or nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
And I can understand that. So
Yeah.
I get her. But she, like you said, I would wish she would communicate. Like, dang, sis, tell us. Like,
it's like she don't care enough though for me. And I always say that too. Like if I don't care enough about the relationship, I don't care what you think. I'm gonna just cut you off and don't care. You can feel how you feel, sad, whatever. I just don't care enough because when you go into telling people how you feel, it's an argument. You get defensive. Then we got to let. I don't. It's that's a lot of work too.
I'm glad you said that. She don't care enough about the relationship. Mind you, she don't give that energy when it comes to Martell. She gotta make sure she clear her name with every assault, everything you say about her. She care enough to go back and forth with him on that. So, okay, I get it now. She just don't care that much.
No, she definitely don't care that much. I feel like with Martell, she care because Martell just seems like 90% of the guys to where they make up a lie in their head and they start to believe it. And she got to let him know, no sir, because he seemed like he'll go all the way around Huntsville. Like Destiny, she'll take her L and leave. We didn't know they wasn't talking until she said it on the show. But Martell, if she lied there and let Martell talk about her any kind of way and spread that, he'll take that to the moon and back. And she'd be like, no, play, I'm gonna stop you right there.
Yeah, but I feel like eventually she's gonna have to have that same type of energy to not care because Martell probably gonna always say something.
That's facts.
She don't want to keep using her energy in that kind of way.
That's facts. That's true.
All right, what you got next on your list?
I just put that I'm happy that Tisha spoke up about Melody because I feel like somebody do need to speak up. Melody is not perfect. And I feel like she let Melody know, no, you say you this type of friend, but really you're not. And I feel like it took a lot out of her to actually admit that. Because I feel like sometimes they step on eggshells with Melody. Because when you tick her off, she goes on 10. And I could be that way too. So I totally get that. Some people walk around eggshells with me sometimes, and I don't like it either. But I'm happy that she stood up for herself. I wish that Melody and Tisha would get back on one accord. But see, when your marriage is falling apart, then you try to attack mine because yours falling apart and your husband was sloppy and your husband actually chose put this side chick on your level. And this is my thing. I'm not saying it was okay if Marceau is cheating, but you got to look at Marceau and say, even if this man is cheating, I know he would never be dumb enough to have a baby with the side chick. He'll never be dumb enough to make this woman think that she's actually that special. That woman will always be beneath him. She will always
Mhm.
be beneath his family. You get what I'm saying? And Coleslaw just happened to find her little weak man. Martell's just a weak man. Because yeah, you did what you did, but the fact is you had a baby with her and you let this woman come above your household, and that'll always be that. But I'm happy that teacher spoke up, and I really want her and Melody to be friends, though. I really do.
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna segue into like Kimmy and Tisha argument. I'm
Uh-huh.
kind of with Kimmy. Like, I wouldn't want Tisha as a friend.
Yeah,
Like, and so that's why I'm like, I don't really care if Melody
that's
is her
true.
friend either.
Yeah.
So, mm. So whose side are you on in that? Because that was going to be my next thing. I said Tisha versus Kimmy. Oh, the Tisha versus Kimmy showdown. Whose
Yep.
side do you agree with more?
I agree with Kimmy side more strictly because I know how it feels to just want to try so hard for a relationship, and that person just don't see it, and you're not trying to see it. You get what I'm saying? To where you only want to just prove your side. Like when I'm talking, you're not listening. You're waiting for me to be quiet so you can go next. So I mean, I get. I feel like they both need to admit where they were wrong. To even get anywhere. And I feel like it's just not gonna happen. But I feel like they do fight like sisters, even though I would love for them to have a resolve because I feel like that is gonna seep into the relationship of the brothers. I feel like ain't nothing good like a little double date, like a little bit of clean. And I feel like that's just gonna mess everything up. But Kimmy is the voice of reasoning, and Tisha is more wrong. I mean, even Carlos King said that too, Tisha. You get what I'm saying? And I mean, it's just unfortunate. I really want them to get back close, though. I really do.
Um, yeah, for the sake of family, and they probably will, but they just probably don't got to be kiki buddies. You know, they
That's right.
they probably can go out on date night once in a while, but they're not gonna
Yeah.
be texting each other, going
Right.
shopping with each other, or anything
Yeah.
like that. Because what Carlos asked an excellent question. If y'all wasn't married to brothers, would y'all even
Yeah.
be friends? Is that the kind of friend that you would have?
That's true.
And my little tweet went a little viral because I was like, Carlos, that was an excellent question because
Yes.
I myself am that same way too.
Yeah.
Like, I realize that friendships have expiration dates.
Yeah.
And really, if I met some of the people that I'm still trying to be cool with
Yeah.
today, I probably wouldn't be their friend. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Hmm.
I'm learning that I have to kind of let go. They
Yeah.
just ran their expiration dates. I be
Yeah.
priding myself on that. Like, oh, I have my friends. I guess kind of like Marceau and them. I've been married for 15 years. I had my friends since we was in middle school, since we was in high
Yeah.
school. Like, I'd be so happy to say that, but
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
same time, we're kind of in two different spaces. Like, they
Yeah.
don't get what I'm doing over here, and I don't really understand what like, we just grew apart, and that's okay. So I'm glad he asked that because a lot of my, like I said, a lot of my friends, I'm realizing like I'm kind of friends with them out of nostalgia because it's been so many years. But that don't
Mhm.
mean it's a good friendship. You know what I mean? That's how come I'm like side eyeing their relationship. Like, just because they've been married for years don't mean anything. Y'all could just be like settling or just tolerating stuff, versus if you just cut the losses, you can like,
Baby, they better settle. You hear me? They
yeah, I
just,
guess
they
in
just
relationships is different. When it is a husband and wife thing, kind of do. But dang, that's why it's just like okay to wait. It's no need to rush to the finish line, like
yeah.
really wait on the Lord to develop you and develop that other person. Let's
Yeah.
not get together because we look good on paper, because it sound right. I could build with you. No,
That's
like
true.
Because then you do kind of have to. Now that is the person you chose to be in covenant with you, but that doesn't mean that was God ordained will for you.
That's fact.
So, yeah. Okay. So what you got next? Cause
Now I didn't have so many. I had so much notes. I didn't have so much notes from Love and Marriage Transville. The next thing I'm going to was I just put that Martell pretty much said that the child wasn't a mistake, but the mistress was, and I just wanted to say that does not make any sense. And I know he wants to sound politically correct. He don't want his child to be a mistake, but it is what it is. If the mistress was a mistake, so was the child. Okay, and I think everybody knows that if Martell had a time clock and he could rewind that, he would not have gotten her pregnant. He probably, I think this is a big lesson for him. But I think he realized Melody is never gonna take him back. So he just be like, he put that shield on and he like, yeah, this is my family and whoop de woo de woo. That's what I got next about him talking about his child and talking about the child wasn't a mistake and all of that.
Okay. Well, that's a perfect segue to share my screen again. Share screen. Let's talk about this. Oops. Okay. So this is a beautiful child. You know, this little baby is cute. I was like, oh, he's so cute. But we cannot not notice that there's between this picture. Hold on. And this picture.
Oh yeah.
Now that I'm able to see them side by side.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Everybody smile in this picture. I feel like they feel safe. They with mama. And I do feel like this picture would have looked the same with the dad if they didn't have like, you know, their little brother. I mean, I feel like when Carlos said you gotta introduce the kids gotta know about each other.
Yeah.
I don't think he meant like forcing the family photo. Like I think that could be like a little much. You know what I mean? Like kind of do you watch what's the show? Black Ink Crew Chicago. No, Black Ink Crew New York.
I'm like 3-4 seasons now. I'm watching them more. I used to.
Yeah, from remember, I don't know if you watched the season where Sky got introduced to her son for the first after she gave him up for adoption.
I saw that season.
Okay, it's like that. Like maybe that moment should have happened, but maybe not on TV. Like, you know what I mean? Like not in that kind of way. So this moment could have happened, but maybe not right now. Like why couldn't they just go out to dinner or something? You don't gotta capture it. I just felt like, and people brought out a good point. Like it's probably somebody, some moms, because you know moms are picking up on stuff. They felt like that little baby is almost the same age as the boy child, and she shouldn't be on the floor. Like she needs to be, you know, in her dad's lap too. I'm like, you know what, you're right, because I think Milani, the little one, the youngest
Boss Baby. That's all I know is Boss Baby. I know about Boss Baby.
She's just 2 years old too. You know what I mean? And so she need to be on her dad's lap. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. She don't need to be on the floor. So it's just like, Martell, why did you even do this? Like, I don't understand. Your kids clearly look uncomfortable.
Definitely unhappy.
And like as a dad, you're not picking that up. So
I think he's doing that just to spite Mayo. I feel like that's the only reason why he's actually doing that. The kids don't look happy. I noticed the difference, and it just don't make no sense. And then he copied off her the whole African, Egyptian, whatever. It's like he really just took her idea just to show what she is, just the mastermind of everything. And I really think he just did that specifically just to spite Melody. Now Martell, I mean, for me, I think it takes, for me, if I was Martell, I think that is just, it's good. I mean, if I could think of a better word coming out of my mouth, I'll probably say it. But a lot of men are not going to do that. It's just, Martell is very rare. A lot of men are not going to literally have a side baby, break up their whole family, and then just say, "This is my son. This is what it is, and I'm going to accept my son." I think it's taken a lot out of him, and I applaud him for doing that because I just a lot of men are not doing that because, and I don't blame them for not doing it because of, I mean, this is a baby that you made outside of your marriage. And I mean, I'm thinking he's changing the game for a lot of fathers. I mean, yeah, it ended the way it was, but I feel like he's really changing the game because a lot of men are found in this predicament. Like, I mean, even me personally within my family, and my family member had two kids on their wives, and my wife took the person back. I mean, my family took the person back, and she never accepted those side kids. Like, I didn't meet the side kids until I was grown, and those side kids were 40-some-year old. They were in their 40s, and it was just never a thing. They always was held in the dark, which I don't blame that either because of the whole situation. But at the same time, you look at the bigger picture. It's not those kids' fault, and it's not that little guy's fault. But I think Martell, because it happens every day where a man gets married, cheats on his wife, have a side baby, and the side baby just gets unnoticed, and they have nothing to do with it. So I applaud it kind of because I feel like he's gonna open a door for the bigger picture, still take care of the child regardless. But I hate that he had to copy off Melody though. And I kind of do feel like it's too soon, but I feel like we kind of don't have a right to predict, when he should talk about his child because his child's about to be 1 year old. Heck, you let me tell it. It's kind of to you. I mean, this is late.
He could talk about his child, but I don't think you need to force like family things so soon either.
Yeah, I
Because
know. Yeah.
think about the impression that the older kids now may have. So this is how mommies and daddies, and it's just I would have to get like a therapy because I would never want his son to think that this is or it changed his perception of women and relationships. And same thing with the daughter, because obviously she older. You heard what Mel said, like she couldn't even really take seeing her dad with another woman. She's yelling out the window. So that's the part that's just like because most of the time kids learn relationships by what their parents' example.
Oh
So that's why
yeah.
I'm like, this is just kind of a bit much to me. And I feel like Martell isn't no great saint. I feel like he's just doing this to spite Melody. Kind of like I think something like that happened before when he took a picture and said 4 down and
Oh
one to
yeah.
go. I just
Ticked
think
her
he's just
off.
doing it just to get under her skin.
Yeah, that one worked.
Yeah, I would have no problem with him and his little son taking a picture together. I
Hmm.
wouldn't. That's that. Then I would believe it was more sincere. But don't
Yeah.
drag your children into this either, because that's just like
Yeah.
probably devastating. Especially, you know how some kids look at their dad as superhero and think they can do
Hmm.
no wrong and stuff.
Oh
So
yeah.
I just think that's just too soon. Eventually, they're gonna know, but like, ew, ooh. I
Yeah.
think maybe it's a way to do it. I don't know.
I mean, I would admit if I was Melody, I would probably go to a judge and have that not allowed. I mean, I just spoke from not being Melody, and but if I was Melody and I had 4 kids with Martell, I would forbid my kids being around the side baby, and that's just me. If I was the wife, I would forbid it. I totally would. I'm not gonna even lie. I would.
I feel like there's nothing wrong with them knowing this. I know I feel like I'm going back. There's nothing about the siblings, but I feel like that picture had to me the wrong intentions.
And they don't look like they want to be there. I mean, even I look at that picture, I'm like, baby, them kids do not look happy. They don't look
No.
happy at all. And I feel like now I get that part. Now him showing off his child, I feel like it's late. He should have been showing off his baby. But I do agree with what you said. The kids should not have probably been in the picture because they look like it's forced, and he shouldn't
Mhm.
force that upon them. I feel like the oldest two are old enough, and I think they're gonna tell him themselves, no, I don't want a relationship with it. And Ariana ain't got no choice but to just accept it because you knew this man was married. Like this man was like this man was married. They were a family. They were together. You get what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. It's just what it
It's messed up. Okay, so next I wanted to talk about because this sounded juicy. I said, why didn't they make this a part of the storyline? because I would have liked to see this. Mel's mom and the Scott brothers' brother. I said, "Ooh, this is
yeah.
I would like to see that." Now that sounded juicy.
Now that is actually old.
Oh,
And
really?
I'm surprised Tisha mom even brought that up. That was like the end of the first season, I believe. That's old. That was going around because I watched the cast live. Like I watched their lives and stuff. And oh yeah, that was a rumor that the mama had a tape out, but nobody ever seen the tape. And I'm just surprised. I'm surprised Miss Wanda brought that up. That is so old that she said that. And like
But
Tisha, I'm happy Tisha checked her and told her mama ain't no tape.
wait, did y'all know it was their brother though?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but it never came on the show. It was just on
No,
their
it was
live.
on live. It was on their lives.
I would have liked to know, like she was dating one of their That is interesting.
You know
Like
what's crazy? What I noticed, everybody think it's drama on the show. The biggest drama comes from when they're not filming and they're all going live. That's where the biggest drama come from. That's honest God's truth. I mean, it lets loose on the live.
I
Oh
know
yeah.
about this.
I think the brother was on live too talking about it. Go look it up. I believe the brother, the brother look he's bright, he wear glasses, I believe, if I can remember. I mean, oh yeah, they talked about that. And I mean, she said they wasn't in a relationship. From what I seen on that live, David, from what the brothers were saying, it seemed like they kind of was. But I mean, men do that all the time. Women think they're in a relationship with a man, and the man say, "Baby, we was just kicking it." So I feel like Miss Van got a right to for them to say, "No, y'all was in a relationship," and Miss Van say, "Baby, that was just my friend." Okay.
So is the brother like an older brother or something?
I think yeah, I believe so. I believe he is the oldest. Yeah,
Ooh.
he's older.
No. Now that is that I said I would have liked to see her
Uh,
date. Like, I think that's kind of interesting because you only think like them, they're young kind of thing.
yeah, I
So
thought it
to
was
see an
weird too.
older woman date, I would have like appreciated that. That
Mhm.
was interesting. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, anything else? Because I had to show the photos, which we talked about.
Yeah.
Miss Wanda calling the side chick pretty. Now she clapping back at her. And yeah.
I mean, I didn't really have much. I wish Martell mom could have been there. Martell, no, he could have hired a sitter. Like, come on, Martell just acting like he just ain't got it. But
Exactly.
I would have loved for Mama Hope to be there. I really do. Now I like Mama Hope. Like, yeah, she kind of upset me with that one scene she did, but I feel like Mama Hope is really a nice lady. Miss Van seems like, it was fun for her, I feel, but I feel like Miss Van just not gonna be that woman to be trying to be on reality TV. But Miss Wanda was like, you need to teach your daughter them things I heard you was doing in that video. And my thing is, yes, having the sexual moves and all that, yeah, that's good and dandy, but that's not gonna really keep no man though. You get what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you meet a man that's driven by that, then yes, that's probably gonna keep him because he's driven by that. But I don't want to be with a man that's driven by that. Obviously, Martell is just the type of man that is driven by that, and it's unfortunate. But I feel like a lot of men are not driven by all of that. But for her to tell Melody something like that, I feel like that was just a disappointment, and I feel like it was highly disrespectful for her to say that.
It was. And you can tell like she's from that old school thinking.
Yeah,
That's what they think. Like, okay. I feel like them old school people, you tell them that you're having like a marital issues. Well,
yeah,
is you doing it? Is you cooking enough for them, baby? Is
that's
you
true.
doing it? And you done did X, Y, and Z elemental P. And
Yeah,
and they just think that it's something that you're doing, but
exactly. Yeah,
no, sex don't
exactly.
fix stuff.
No, it doesn't.
So
Not all the time.
well, yeah, in that instance, it was not,
No, not
so
that.
because I could just tell, like, I don't think that's kind of like what you were saying. They like Melody said it too, like they was having so they just had the little daughter.
They
So
got all
sex
them kids.
wasn't the issue in their
Exactly.
um
Exactly.
no matter how much tricks then how come these Instagram sorry, they're not thoughts. How come the Instagram models aren't
They
getting wet?
definitely died. They definitely are died.
Then that means all of them should be having rings. Alexa
Period.
Sky, Black China. I ain't see nobody walk them down the aisle.
Period. No,
So that's how come I'm just like, is that really what it's all about? I
no.
don't think so.
For the moment. For the
All
moment.
right. All right, let's hit to Twitter. Ooh, really
Can't
quick.
wait for that. I gotta start getting on Twitter. I got to start getting on
You
it.
do. You
I
are.
really
Yes. Yes, you do. All right. Okay, it is tough. It's Carlos hollering at the end for me. Oh, let me hear.
Season, starting with Destiny and Tiffany. Let's take a look.
Oh, our Black love story is my favorite. Oh, people liked her dress, but they were saying how her straps was like digging in her skin real tight. I totally understand Kimmy in this moment. When people are not rational, you just had to protect your peace and walk away.
Yeah.
Martell want to be male so bad.
Period.
Carlos, would you be friends with Tisha if she wasn't your sister-in-law? Kimmy, no. Us. We knew that. Carlos King is the best thing to happen to Black TV. Let's see here. Oh, December 11th. Where's the rest of them? It just happened yesterday. Okay. Where's... Okay. Kimmy has the patience of Job. Baby Kimmy, a good one because I would have been cursed Tisha and her mammy out. Tisha, why is your mama on here? Wanda is clearly lacking her elementary school education. They is trolling Wanda. I don't see how anyone puts up with Tisha. She is absolutely draining. Kimmy said no. I just don't have that kind of energy. I love her. Can we all agree that Tisha needs to be replaced? Okay, thanks.
Oh wow.
Tisha, shut up. Ain't nobody respecting Miss Wanda when she is being disrespectful. And don't nobody care about her being your mama.
Facts.
Tisha, she do be trending. Tisha. Tisha wants these elementary school type friendships. Girl, these people are grown with their own lives. You know what? That's a good point. You know? Yeah. I don't know why Tisha even tries to play with Kimmy. She would lose every time. Kimmy talking to Tisha. Wait, all these episodes of the reunion and they never touched on Tisha and Marceau being terrible bar owners and Jalen doing all the work. Dang, they didn't talk about that.
That's good. That, you know what? They did miss that mark. They did.
Because the season was so long. There's so much going on.
Oh yeah.
Child, Melody is Carlos King's favorite because he keeps her working. He do like her.
Period.
Family or not, I could not be friends with Tisha or have her in my space. Period. I told you, Tisha just, oh my gosh, I couldn't be friends either. Mel got the kids calling Martell from a burner phone. Girl, I understand. Protect your peace.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Tisha is both delusional and exhausting. I see why Kimmy is MFing tired of dealing with her. Good riddance. I don't see how Tisha have any friends. Bye. Hey, she is her mom, but hey, she is her mama child. Kimmy ready to smack the out of Tisha. Dang, this was all this reading was about, basically.
Right. So you cannot get rid of Tisha, baby.
I wouldn't be friends with Tisha outside of being related either. Like, who got time to be dealing with her antics every day? Wanda really does talk just to hear herself. She sat her countrified on that couch and asked Miss Van if Mel would rather have her advice from her own mother and thought she was making sense. Exactly. Tiffany started it off wrong. Period. The end. It left a bad taste in Destiny's mouth. Why are people confused? And Tisha, if your mama don't have respect, she gonna get checked. Them kids look unhappy. Yeah, they do. Tisha, the reason why you feel Kimmy isn't a good friend is because you expect blind loyalty even when you wrong, and Kimmy isn't going to feed into that, which is what pisses you off. This honestly needs to be strictly work friendship and nothing else, Kimmy. She's exhausting. Oh my gosh. Kimmy, great friend Tisha, the same woman that had Marceau's ex in her home talking trash talking Kimmy, or am I remembering the wrong episode? Oh, another one. Now Tisha asking Kimmy to lie. No one is seeing Marceau loving Tisha in their marriage. Is Kimmy supposed to make stuff up now? Woo.
I mean, Tisha and Kimmy can't really talk about each other's marriage, though. I mean, Maurice is just much as a workaholic. Maurice don't be doing all that either. So
He don't, but I do feel like from what I see, he do like her. I mean, I don't know. They don't have many years as Marceau and Tisha in the game, so maybe that honeymoon stuff do fall off. But I do feel like he at least likes her. You know what I mean? I don't know. So yeah, girl. So that was another episode of Ready to Love and Love and Marriage Huntsville. So we will be back. Yes, for Ready to Love.
Yeah.
And we should have a lot to talk about with that. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us. And we will talk to you guys again soon. Have a good night.